Hey guys, welcome back to Squirrel Garage. On this episode, we're going to be sanding, painting, and polishing parts of this very rare HKS Class A exhaust for the E36 M3. Picked this up from a friend who I bought it from a long time ago. I traded it with a few people. It's gone through multiple different hands, and now it's back to me. And is going to go on the white M3 as you saw in the last video. So what we're going to be doing today is sanding down the exhaust tip itself here and polishing the tip and painting or repainting or cleaning up and painting the actual muffler and the actual exhaust pipe. Get everything looking clean and looking good, but I want the tip super polished, so we're going to go through polishing that. I'm going to see if I got some paint stripper around here. I can't remember if I do or not. If not, that should make our process go a little bit quicker, but if not, we will be sanding all the way down to bare metal and getting this thing ready for some polish. It looks like I have some decent amount of sanding ahead of me, but let's get our supplies and let's get to sanding. So, to start, I'm going to try some 180 grit. It might be too fine, but we'll see what this gets us. Kind of need to do trial and error to see if how deep this actual paint is. I know I did pretty good amount of base coats and painted layers on this. So just going to do a test and kind of see what it's going to take to get through this metal. And we don't want to use anything super rough, like an 80 grit or anything, because then once we get down to the bare metal, then it's going to be a task to get all those deep scratches out. So the 180 will still give us a good finish on it, and it'll allow us to polish really easily. Seems like the 180 is burning through the high spots on it, which is a plus, but we'll see about all the low spots on here. But all around the edges, it's coming off pretty well. Yeah, I would have liked to have had some paint stripper, but I don't. Thought about using brake fluid too, but that takes like all night to actually work. I swore I had some paint stripper around here somewhere, but I guess I used it all. But we'll get this all sanded down and get this all back to bare metal on the exhaust tip. Just gonna take a lot of sanding, a lot of elbow grease, and everything, but I think it's very doable here. Because it is coming off, and I think this Class A emblem is going to look pretty cool because it's got the black paint in the in all the reliefs. So it's actually going to make for a pretty cool look if I actually leave all that black paint in the reveal there. Let me see if I can. It's coming. It's all coming off. It's just going to take a little elbow grease. It's, you know, pretty thick. I used a lot of good primer and paint here. So let's see if we can get this. At least get the emblem cleaned off, and I'll show you that. But that emblem's pretty nifty looking. Let's get this cleaned off here. Snap a picture of it, show you guys. But we'll get this all cleaned up, and that 180 is putting a nice finish on the metal. So that'll actually, here, let me grab you guys. See if you guys can see this. Hang on. I don't know if you can see the tip of that. See if it'll focus there. I don't think it will focus. Well, I don't know if it'll focus or not. But if it will, you can see that. If not, I'm sorry. But it's really cool look. So we'll continue to sand and get this exhaust cleaned up and ready to polish. So guys, we made it out here to the junkyard. As you can see behind me, I'm behind this ugly gold colored E36 convertible, but it's got what we need, which are the taillights, and they're in decent condition, no cracks, no major flaws, enough that we can clean them up, put a little bit of a clear coat on them, and we'll be good to go. So this is the first one I found. I'm going to pull these lights. Supposedly I checked their inventory and they have like 3 other E36s here. So I'll grab these while I can and scavenge hopefully a window switch out of this one, and then we'll jump and keep looking for more. So guys, we have the exhaust tip all cleaned up, no paint on it. You can still see kind of the engraving, but now we need to sand it with some wet sandpaper, get all the little scratches out so we can polish it. As you saw, we went to the junkyard, got ourselves some OEM taillights and turn signals, and our little connection that we needed for the light bulb. So we're gonna put that on the white car and finish up the front end, and then we'll come back to the exhaust and polish up the tip, paint the muffler and the pipe. Well guys, as you can see, we're gonna get rid of these crappy eBay clear LED tails. Almost all of the LEDs on the brake light are burned out. The turn signal on this side doesn't even work. So we're going to be pulling these off, putting the OEM ones that I got from the junkyard in here, just so we have some decent looking taillights on this car. Half of these little bolts on the back are gone. Grab our ratchet here, and we have a 5/16 end on it, and break these stupid things loose. I think that one broke off inside the, like it's unscrewing from the actual taillight. That's how cheap these taillights are. All the studs are literally just broken. I'm just hoping that they haven't messed with the OEM wiring, so we don't have to F with that stuff. But let's get these 4 off this side, and this light should just, yep, that one just came clear out of the actual tail light, and not even the whole stud. Yep, same with that one. So, as you can see, this crap, oh my god, what did they do to, we got, hang on, we got connector, we got a box, what the hell is this? Control box. Oh, there you go. If anybody wants these taillights, come get them. They're trash. I'm just gonna throw them out. But as you can see, we got a stud stuck in here. We got a June bug, and we got another box. I don't know why there are two boxes. I guess the other side's gonna be the same way. So let's get. I'm trying to hold on to this little plastic piece so I can get the stud out, and then we'll clean up this. Oh my God, are you serious? Oh crap! That's why you don't buy eBay shit. This stuff is just trash. So I gotta hold on to this to try to get this. Let's see what we got here. Gotta hold on to the stud that was inside the tail light, but it's so. There we go. It's coming off now, but just trash lights. They're just nasty. So glad to be getting rid of those suckers. Anybody wants them? They'll be on the street Monday morning for trash. LEDs are burned out, but could make some good housings if someone wanted to retrofit. This crap came out. Retrofit some LEDs or something in it. So let's get this other one off, and then we'll clean up all the, as you can see, all this leaves and dirt and crap coming out of there. Clean those up, get our OEM ones ready to go back in. I think I'm going to tint the OEM ones. The orange is kind of faded, but they're still good, so I'm gonna probably tint the whole light just to make it look a little fresher. So let's take the other one off and clean up. So guys, I didn't find the Nightshade. I thought I had to tint these a little bit. You can kind of see the orange is faded. I also thought I had some red dye, but I think I gave that to Sammy. I was going to do those red, but doesn't really matter. I lightly sanded these with 1500 grit, scuff them up, clean them up, hit them with some clear coat here in a second, just like we did the headlights before we put them in, so at least they look fresh and they look clean. So let's get to spraying. So what we'll do in preparation is tape up this exhaust tip that we just got shiny. We will tape up the whole thing where we don't want black paint. So basically this entire exhaust tip. The rest, everything from here back is going to be black. I bought some high temp black paint from O'Reilly's. It's the flame proof header paint, so it will more than enough do this exhaust. This won't get that hot, but we don't want it to flake off if it does get hot on track days or anything like that. We don't want it to heat up and peel it all. So when I painted this exhaust the first time, I believe I painted it with high temp paint as well. I'm actually not 100% sure, but over the years this exhaust has been sitting on concrete and around and been on cars, so it's got some roughed up paint on the underside. So we'll lightly sand the entire thing, get it all ready to go for paint. So I'm just hitting this with first some 80 grit. I know that's really thick, but and coarse, but it's got some, I think it's like 5 or 6 layers of paint on here, and where the paint is chipped off, it's a good amount of all the way down to the metal here. So, you know, to even it out, the 80 is gonna knock down a lot of that real quick. And we'll just rotate around and sand and get all the loose, any loose paint or dirt or anything like that off. You know, your main, when you're looking at the exhaust from the back, you'll see this, and then from either side you'll have, see the paint just coming right off there. I think I spilled a little, the paint stripper up there, so that came off. But we'll lightly get this scuffed up and ready to go for another coat. This has a good base coat on it, so I'm not too worried on the paint sticking. I know this is painted and primed and done everything the right way the first time when I did it, so just need to scuff it up enough, make sure all the loose paint's off, so that when we go to spray the new stuff, it has something to adhere to. So let's get this done. I'm going to sand the entire pipe here, all the way down except for, oh, well, there we go. We got a nice little hole back there. I didn't notice. Well, we got a hole in the exhaust right by the exhaust clamp, and it looks like someone had to cut off a exhaust bolt, and they cut through the pipe. So we will have to bend that out and bring out the welder. Didn't know, wasn't expecting that, but that's how things go. So when we get done sanding this, I'll pull out the welder and we'll weld up that hole so we can make sure we have a solid exhaust that doesn't leak, because an exhaust leak just sounds horrible on these cars. So let's finish sanding, pull the welder out, I'll weld that up, and then we'll be good to go to paint. Well guys, as it always goes, unexpectedly, we have a hole in the exhaust. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have it propped up here on this little thing so I can weld it. I have my welder. I'm going to turn it on, and we are going to weld this damn hole back up, so that we won't have an exhaust leak. So let's get to it. Gotta go in stages to fill the hole since it's a large gash out of it, so just working the hole closed. But it's closing up pretty good. It wasn't too big, so when we get done, we'll grind it down and get it ready for paint. And we're good. So guys, as there's no real easy way to paint this exhaust, all at once without it being like all super awkward and painting it in portions. I just leaned it up against this thing in my front yard and just gonna hit it. This allows me to get every part in one swoop, and I don't have to keep flipping it or flip it to get the other side or anything like that. So this will work. It's just going to be a quick paint job, nothing crazy. You know, since it is an exhaust, it's going to be under the car. So we're just going to hit it and work our way around, getting everything coated. And most likely on this we'll probably do 2, maybe 3 coats depending on how it covers. But we'll see. Really just gonna go on overall feel of how it looks when I get done. So we'll work our way around this, get this all coated, and let it dry. And once we get it coated, while this is drying, we will jump over and start taking the exhaust off. The stock exhaust, that is. So we can then in turn get this thing ready to go back on. But this is taking paint very nicely, as I hoped. So should be looking pretty good here soon. So let's get this thing coated and jump over to the other car. So before we swap out the stock exhaust and get it all disconnected and get the HKS on here, I'm gonna do a little before and after. I know everybody knows what a stock M3 sounds like, but the comparison from this one and the HKS, which I'll insert here, the sounds are, yeah, you know, not a lot of people have heard the HKS one, so here's the stock exhaust. So guys, we have all the bolts undone, and we have the exhaust kind of supported on the jack stands. We are going to make sure all these mounts break loose, and we'll be able to, drop this exhaust down and off the car. But it looks like the right side came off, but the left side is not cooperating. Let's see. Oh man, I don't think the left side's off either. They're really on there. It's coming. It's coming. It's taking some sweet ass time. Get the pressure off of it. Never had exhaust brackets be that stuck. The ones that give me trouble, the ones in the back. Guys, trying to beat the rain here. It's starting to rain. But we have all the motor mounts, exhaust mounts off, and everything is free. And we just wiggle it loose of the front, Drop it down, and out comes the exhaust. Boom. As you can see, it looks like this motor mount, the reason it's all twisted. Same with that one. But we'll pull both of these off because that one looks fairly new, which is going to be perfect. And we'll swap these over to the other exhaust. Sorry about that, guys. The camera died on me. But we now have the, as I was saying, I think it's the klasse, HKS klasse exhaust installed. I didn't film it because the battery died, but it's pretty straightforward. 4 bolts on the front and the 4 bolts back here, and we adjusted it so it's tucked up as high as it can go. It's right under the little diffuser here that I plan to re-shine up. I don't know if I'm going to paint it or what yet, but it's on, and let's do a sound clip. What it sounds like. Definitely sounds good. A lot better than the stock exhaust. I am very happy with how that turned out. That is going to be awesome. Good look to the car, good sound. We're almost there, guys. Few more things and this thing's done. Some new tires, my harnesses, and then it's just drive the hell out of it. Well, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We got the lights, we went to the junkyard, we got the exhaust done. She is almost ready for the road and for some fun. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, unlike the video, don't like the video, do something. Have any questions? I'm free to answer anything and everything you guys have. I believe next video we'll be back on the red M3. Or if I get some more stuff for this one in,